you find that you eat differently in different life situations, like when you're overtired or stressed out or on vacation?
A lot of people do, but is it good for your body and, for that matter, your mind? Today we're talking to the authors of the brand new book, What to Eat and When, Dr. Michael Roizen, Chief Wellness Officer at the Cleveland Clinic, and Dr. Michael Crupain, a preventive medicine doctor who is a medical leader with the Dr. Oz Show, are joining us today. Welcome both to the show. We're so excited to have you.
We're
Scott,
excited to be here.
We're privileged to be here. My family, my wife is from just outside South Glastonbury, so I'm really privileged to be in Hartford, and I still have a sister and brother-in-law there.
Oh, well, welcome. Hello to all of them.
So I'll say hello to Marcia, Richard, Heather, Devin, and Casey.
Okay, terrific.
You know, both of you, we know
Thank you.
We know that what we eat matters. We talk a lot of talk in the new year about losing weight and cutting out bad foods and junk foods. We get that. But your new book, What to Eat When, really says that when we eat is just as important, or at least should be thought of equally, as what we eat.
That's right, and it all has to do with some new science that's really exciting around our circadian rhythm. And our circadian rhythm is basically our body's clock. And what it does is it sets our body to do the right thing at the right time. So we know a lot about it for sleep, but it also changes our metabolism, so that our metabolism in the morning is different than our metabolism at night. And so what we want you to do is eat to maximize your metabolism, to be most efficient. We want you to eat more early and less later.
So the sun, which sets when we go to sleep and sets the hormones, changes the hormones so that a calorie is not a calorie is not a calorie. What we were taught in medical school is wrong. A calorie in the morning is like 0.8 of a calorie. A calorie in the evening is like 1.2 calories. So it's better to eat more early, less later. That's hacking your metabolism to maximize your health and your weight loss.
And the trick to do that is to do what we say, eat your dinner for breakfast.
Yeah, that's what.
So my favorite dinner for breakfast is pasta, and we're okay with eating carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates. So I like to have a whole grain pasta with a walnut pesto or with broccoli, and basically I cook it at night. I love to cook, and then I put it in the refrigerator, and the next day I eat it either for lunch or for breakfast when it's cold. And when pasta or other starchy vegetables become cold, they become something called resistant starch. And starch is like sugar, but resistant starch is like fiber. So your body doesn't break it down, so it's better for you.
So should we be throwing dinner parties in the morning?
That exactly right. So the early bird special is exactly right. It not only saves you money, but you get to eat earlier. But dinner parties, so having a brunch on a Saturday or Sunday with most of your calories at that time is exactly the right way of eating. You want to eat 75% of your calories before 2 p.m.
Wow.
My favorite study is one from Spain where they took 400 overweight women who wanted to lose weight. And in Spain, the largest meal is at midday. So they said, we'll eat it before 2 p.m. or in a randomized group after 3 p.m. And what happened? The group that ate before 2 p.m., same number of calories, but ate before 2 p.m., lost 25%, big number, 25% more weight than the group that ate after 3 p.m. So the key is exactly what you said, Scott, throw a dinner party for breakfast.
Yeah. Well, I remember growing up, my mother used to tell me you should eat like a king for breakfast, a prince for lunch, and a pauper for dinner. And that, I think a lot of us were told that, you know, breakfast is the most important meal. It's not really a gimmick. We can, as long as we put those calories in the
Well, there's now real science behind it. So we even have a modification of that someone else said, eat like a king for breakfast, a prince for lunch, and then give your dinner to your enemies.
And we should be eating differently during times of stress, during vacation. Is that right as well?
Right. So what we did is there are 30 situations in the book, such as what to eat before a first date to optimize that, what to eat if you're stressed, what to eat if you're hangry, what to eat if you want to get pregnant, what to eat if you want to build muscle after exercise, what to eat if you want to prevent type 2 diabetes or reverse it, what to eat for preventing cancer. There are all kinds of situations in the book that we go through the specifics and what the data are. We're science nerds, as I said, what the data are to be able to help you maximize your health.
Doctor, if I could get a first date with anybody, I would be so appreciative. But thank you.
Welcome. Thank you to both of you. And again, the book is called
Thank you.
What to Eat and When by Doctors Michael Roizen and Michael Crupain. You can find it at your favorite bookseller. I read a lot of this yesterday, and what I gathered was if you can even just promise yourself to eat most of your calories when the sun is out in those 12-hour periods, basically all of that, be done eating once the sun goes down, that's a big way of
win.
improvement. Yeah.